In the shadows of World War II lies a story so dark, it still haunts those who know its truth. Welcome to Harbin, China, where Unit 731 conducted some of humanity's most horrific experiments under the guise of scientific research. Picture a sprawling facility, disguised as a lumber mill, where thousands of innocent civilians and prisoners of war met their fate. The Japanese Imperial Army called it the Epidemic Prevention and Water Purification Department, but behind those walls, doctors played God with human lives. These weren't just simple experiments. People were deliberately infected with plague, cholera, and anthrax. Living subjects were dissected without anesthesia to observe the effects of diseases in real time. They called their victims Maruda, logs, stripping away their humanity to make their acts seem less monstrous. But it gets worse. Unit 731 didn't just experiment, they weaponized their findings. They developed biological weapons and tested them on Chinese villages. Plague-infected fleas were dropped from aircraft, turning communities into testing grounds. Estimates suggest hundreds of thousands died from these attacks alone. The most chilling part? After the war, instead of facing justice, the unit's leaders struck a deal with American authorities. The U.S. granted them immunity from prosecution in exchange for their research data. Yes, you heard that right. The perpetrators of these atrocities walked free because their scientific findings were deemed valuable. The head of Unit 731, Shiro Ishii, lived out his days in Maryland, consulting with U.S. scientists. Meanwhile, many survivors and their families were left without acknowledgement or compensation. The Japanese government maintained a policy of denial for decades. Even today, this dark chapter remains controversial. While a memorial museum stands in Harbin, some Japanese textbooks barely mention Unit 731. Survivors and their descendants continue fighting for recognition and justice. Think about it. In our modern world of advanced medical ethics and human rights, Unit 731 serves as a haunting reminder of what happens when we sacrifice humanity in the name of science and military advantage. It's a warning from history that still echoes today. Scientific progress without moral compass isn't progress at all. The next time you pass by a medical research facility or read about scientific breakthroughs, remember Harbin. Remember that every human life has value, and no scientific achievement is worth the cost of our humanity. Because some experiments should never be conducted, and some lines should never be crossed. Let Unit 731 be not just a lesson in history's horrors, but a call to vigilance, ensuring such atrocities never happen again.